In today's video, I am going to be breaking down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what he does extremely well to be able to score so easily in the NBA. There's a lot of things that he does when it comes to drawing fouls and being able to just score outright on multiple different defenders when it comes to using a lot of different footwork. So let's get down and let's check out Shai. But if you want to become a great shooting guard like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is, make sure to go check out the ultimate blueprint to the shooting guard position, which is down in the description below. And if you want to become a great point guard like Shai also is, check out the point guard workout that is also down in the description below. The shooting guard workout specifically will give you a lot of different ideas as to how to build your basketball IQ. Okay, so in this first clip, we have Shai getting a screen going baseline. However, they get the switch because he attacks that hedge extremely hard. And that hedge is the slower and bigger Nikola Jokic. There is quite a few different ways that you could attack in this situation. However, I liked how Shai attacked here. So in slow motion, when he attacks, watch what he's doing. He's getting his shoulders low. He gets into Jokic, making contact first as the offensive player is key, because now by making that contact first, you're going to be able to take that quick step back, almost like a veer step, which then clears a bit of a gap between yourself and your defender. When that happens, he's created enough of a gap right here to be able to get this shot off on somebody who is much taller than himself and technically as a double team. Now Shai gets the kick out pass here and he attacks his defender. Now when he's attacking his defender, watch what he does first. He is attacking the open side. He is not attacking the top foot to start. What he does is he takes that one dribble and then he crosses over. He really wants to try and get this player to overplay and tries to get his shoulders facing the sideline. This is extremely important because now this creates a top foot. And by you crossing over and attacking this way, that's going to take a good amount of time for this defender to then drop that foot. When he does drop that foot, Shai's getting his body into the defender at that time. So now he's created that contact. Now by pulling up as fast as he can, he's essentially got his defender on his heels. And by pulling up within 8 feet from the rim, he's able to get that floater off. But he does his moves quick. And what I mean by that is a lot of younger players, they'll attack and then they'll get here and then they pause. They'll take a million shot fakes, or they'll take even one shot fake. It doesn't work. You have to go up fast. If you are inside this key, this is not an area where you can take your time to think about what you need to do next. As soon as you get in there, quick floater. Don't let it give the defense any time to be able to block or contest your shot. Just get up. Now, I really like this move right here. He attacks his defender, again, gets his arm and hooks the arm of that defender. I really like that move. He can pull for a shot right now and get that foul call. So he takes one more dribble towards that basket and he lands on 2 feet. Now, in this case, he did use the gather step because he hopped off his left, kept his dribble alive and landed on 2 and then gathered, which from here to here is a gather. Now he does a quick step through with his right leg. He doesn't step through with his left. He steps through with his right. The reason why this is a better idea than stepping through with the left, which a lot of inexperienced younger players will do, they'll think, oh, this is the closest foot to the rim, that's where I will step through on. But if you can step through with your right foot, that puts your back to the defender. This gives the open lane for you to be able to score, and that's exactly what was able to happen right here. And all of those coaches who say never do underhand layups, that's the only way you're going to be able to stretch out and get past defenders like this. And here's the gather right here. He takes that dribble, takes a left step here, gather. Look, he still has the ball alive. He could technically still dribble. He takes that step and then he lands on 2. Now, to the naked eye in fast speed, these feet hit the ground at the exact same time. However, you'll notice if we go back, watch how his feet stagger. It goes right, left. That gives him momentum to go back in this direction, and then he's able to pivot, and then he's able to score at the rim. By being able to stagger right, left, in this case, that will give you the ability to score. And technically in the NBA, that's still legal. Because let me explain. Basically in the NBA, you're allowed to gather. This is the same as in FIBA. This would be gather. So this would be technically the 0 step or the gather step. From there, He steps one step there, and then he steps through. This would be second step. You are allowed a gather +2 in the NBA and in FIBA. However, in NFHS rules, that would be when it comes to AAU, but also when it comes to school, including NCAA, this would technically be a travel. However, there are more and more teams, referees, that are allowing this type of move. A lot of more states are starting to have hybrid NFHS that allow 2+ gather. Now, on the fast break, this is another great move that you can do. Now, Gordon, in my opinion, is a great defender. I like how he defends the ball most of the time. Shai attacks his chest as hard as he can. It makes Gordon turn his shoulders and turn his hips. When that happens, Shai just slightly pushes off. Remember, he has his arm tucked in underneath that defender's arm. So he can get away with a little bit of a push without the referee seeing. He's able to pull back. He's created a massive, insane gap between the two players. And he's able to pull for a 15-foot jumper. And it's just one of those shots that should always go in, for him at least. And also, don't forget about moving off ball. Shai is an absolute master at moving off ball. So right now, this would be who would be defending Shai. Jokic. Obviously a mismatch. Jokic steps up to try and cut off the key because nobody wants a direct down middle attack. Shai is smart. He's now moving baseline to get to an open spot. He's not sprinting, he's just getting to the open spot. He then receives that ball and quickly goes up for that two-hand dunk. That is what you have to do, and that is how you have to finish in the key most of the time. Two hands definitely will allow you to be able to get up there. Obviously, this takes a lot of training. So if you want to become a more athletic shooting guard, a stronger shooting guard, somebody who can dunk the ball, somebody who can actually get a basket when he needs to, you need to be able to get that ultimate shooting guard blueprint. If you want to be able to get stronger and jump higher and be one of the best shooting guards you possibly can be, that book is 100% for you. It's like 100 pages of information and workouts. So definitely go check it out. Anyways, I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.